Hi, I'm Connor, and I spent 35 years building a career in engineering, raising 2 kids, and trusting the wrong woman. The day I retired should have been the happiest of my life. Instead, it became the day everything exploded. Speech! Speech! My colleagues chanted as I stood at the front of the banquet hall. 200 people filled the room. Co-workers, friends, family. My wife Linda stood near the back wearing a tight red dress I'd never seen before. Our kids, Marcus and Sarah, flanked her on either side. I can't believe I'm actually retiring, I said into the microphone. 35 years at Morrison Engineering. This company gave me everything. Actually, Connor, Linda's voice cut through the room as she walked toward me, heels clicking against the hardwood floor. I have something for you. She pulled a manila envelope from her designer purse. The room went silent. What's this? I asked. Divorce papers, she said loudly, smiling. Consider it my retirement gift to you. I stared at the envelope, frozen. Linda, what? Sign them, she interrupted. I'm done pretending. Then the worst part happened. Marcus started clapping, slowly at first, then Sarah joined in. Within seconds, both my kids were applauding their mother serving me divorce papers. What the hell is going on? I demanded. You've been a terrible husband and father for years, Sarah said, her voice cold. Mom deserves better. Sarah, I don't understand. Of course you don't, Marcus sneered. You never understood anything except your precious job. My brother Tom rushed forward. Connor, don't sign anything. Linda, what kind of sick game is this? No game, Tom, Linda replied sweetly. Just finally taking control of my life. Connor neglected us for decades. Now he can enjoy his retirement alone. This is insane, I whispered. Kids, your mother and I need to talk privately. There's nothing to discuss, Linda said. I'm moving in with Derek next week. You remember Derek, right? Your golfing buddy? We've been together for 3 years. The room erupted in gasps and whispers. Derek Morrison? Tom asked. Your boss's son? Former boss's son, Linda corrected. And yes, that Derek, he actually appreciates me. I looked at my kids. You knew about this? Of course we knew, Marcus said. Derek's been more of a father to us than you ever were. I worked those hours to provide for this family. You worked those hours because you're selfish, Sarah spat. Now sign the papers and give Mom what she deserves. The house, your pension, everything. Tom grabbed my arm. Don't sign a damn thing. This is a setup. Setup? Linda laughed. I'm entitled to half of everything. More, actually, considering Connor's emotional neglect constitutes marital misconduct. Marital misconduct? I repeated, stunned. I've documented years of your absence, Connor. Missed birthdays, anniversaries, school events. My lawyer says I have an excellent case. What lawyer? Stephen Blackwell from Blackwell & Associates. He specializes in high-asset divorces. He's very confident about my claim to 70% of your retirement benefits. Tom stepped between us. Connor, we're leaving, right now. Running away won't change anything, Linda called as Tom dragged me toward the exit. Those papers will be filed tomorrow morning. Enjoy sleeping in your car. The last thing I heard was my kids laughing. Tom drove me to his house in silence. I sat in his guest room, staring at those divorce papers until 3 a.m. I called Rebecca Chen, Tom said the next morning, handing me coffee. She's the best divorce attorney in the state. She'll see you today. Tom, I can't afford— Yes, you can. Your retirement package is substantial. Linda's not getting a penny more than she deserves. At Rebecca's office that afternoon, I laid everything out. So she served you publicly, your kids supported her, and she's claiming marital misconduct? Rebecca asked, taking notes. Yes, I said. And she's already living with Derek Morrison, my former boss's son. Rebecca's eyebrow raised. How long have they been together? She said 3 years. And your kids knew? Apparently. Rebecca leaned back. Connor, this reeks of parental alienation and strategic planning. Linda timed this perfectly, right after your retirement, to maximize her claim to your benefits. But she made mistakes. What mistakes? First, adultery affects settlement in this state. Second, public humiliation can demonstrate malicious intent. Third, if she's been systematically turning your children against you with lies, that's documented abuse. Did you actually miss all those events she claims? No, I said firmly. I have calendars, photos, emails. I coached Marcus's Little League for 5 years. I never missed Sarah's dance recitals. I was at every parent-teacher conference. Then we need to gather that evidence immediately. Every photo, every email, every witness who can testify to your involvement. My colleagues saw me leave work early for school events constantly. Perfect. I need you to contact them. Get written statements. Meanwhile, I'm filing a motion to freeze all marital assets. Linda doesn't get to drain accounts while we build our case. Over the next 3 weeks, I worked obsessively. My colleague James provided emails showing I'd left work early hundreds of times for family events. My neighbor Patricia gave a statement about seeing me coach baseball every weekend. I found my old calendars documenting every birthday party, every school event, every family dinner. Then Tom found the smoking gun. "Connor, look at this," he said, shoving his laptop toward me. "Linda's social media. She's been posting about Derek for 2 years, calling him her future. And look at this post from last year." I read it aloud. "Can't wait until Dee's divorce finalizes so we can finally be together publicly. 1 more year and we'll have everything we've worked for." Derek was already married? I asked. Divorced 6 months ago? His ex-wife might be willing to talk. This wasn't just an affair, Connor. This was a coordinated plan to take your money. Rebecca was thrilled when I showed her. This changes everything. Linda wasn't just unfaithful. She was conspiring to commit fraud. I'm going to subpoena Derek's financial records and their communications. Can you do that? If I can prove they planned to financially exploit you through divorce? Absolutely. Connor, I think Linda convinced your kids you were a bad father specifically so they'd support her in court. She needed them as witnesses against you. She poisoned them against me for money? For money and Derek. The social media posts suggest Derek has significant family wealth. They wanted your retirement money to start their new life together. What do we do now? We set a trap. I'm going to request a mediation session. Linda will come in confident, expecting you to roll over. Instead, we're going to present every piece of evidence and watch her world collapse. The mediation took place in Rebecca's conference room. Linda arrived with Stephen Blackwell, her attorney, both looking smugly confident. Derek waited in the lobby. "Shall we begin?" Stephen said, opening his briefcase. "My client is willing to settle for 65% of all marital assets, including retirement benefits plus the house and—" "No," Rebecca interrupted, sliding a folder across the table. "Your client will be lucky if she leaves this room without criminal charges." Linda's face paled. "What are you talking about?" "Open the folder, Linda," I said calmly. She did. Her hands started shaking. "What is this?" Stephen demanded. "Evidence," Rebecca said, "of a 3-year affair with Derek Morrison, of parental alienation, of conspiracy to commit fraud. Should I continue?" "This is ridiculous," Linda stammered. "Connor was never there for us." "Really?" I pulled out my own folder. "Because here are photos of me at every one of Sarah's dance recitals. Here are emails showing I left work early 247 times for family events. Here are statements from neighbors, colleagues, and friends documenting my involvement as a father." "Those don't prove anything," Linda said weakly. "And this?" Rebecca showed her a printed social media post. "You writing about your future with Dee and waiting for his divorce to finalize? Or this post about getting everything we've worked for? That's premeditation, Linda. You systematically alienated Connor's children from him to ensure they'd support your fraudulent claims in court." Stephen cleared his throat. "Mrs. Patterson, did you tell me you hadn't been unfaithful?" Derek and I, because if you lied to me, I'm withdrawing as your attorney immediately." "Stephen, please." "Did Derek Morrison promise to marry you after this divorce?" Rebecca asked. "Because we've spoken with his ex-wife. She says Derek has a pattern of courting wealthy women, using them for money, then moving on. His family cut him off financially 2 years ago. He's broke, Linda. He needs your settlement money." "That's not true," Linda shouted. "We've subpoenaed his bank records. He's $60,000 in debt, credit cards, gambling losses, business failures. You weren't his girlfriend, Linda. You were his mark." Linda looked at Stephen desperately. "This isn't what it looks like." "It looks exactly like what it is," I said. "You destroyed my relationship with our kids for a con artist and a cash grab. You humiliated me publicly. You tried to steal my retirement. Connor, I'm sorry. Don't. We're done talking. Rebecca, what are we offering?" "Linda gets nothing from your retirement benefits. She pays back the $15,000 she withdrew from your joint account last month. She gets her car and her personal belongings. You keep the house. She signs a statement admitting to parental alienation and agrees to family therapy with your children, which she pays for. If she refuses, we file criminal charges for fraud and I contact the district attorney about the financial conspiracy." "You can't do this," Linda cried. "We absolutely can," Rebecca replied. "Sign the settlement, Linda, or go to jail." Stephen stood up. "I'm withdrawing from this case effective immediately. Mrs. Patterson, you need to find new representation, and you need to be honest with them." He left. Linda sat there crying. "I love Derek," she whispered. "Derek loved your money," I said. "Sign the papers." She signed. 2 weeks later, Rebecca called me. "The settlement's been finalized. Linda signed everything. But Connor, there's something else. Your kids want to see you." "No," I said immediately. "Connor, Tom spoke with them. They found Linda's diary. She wrote about manipulating them, feeding them lies about you. They know the truth now. Rebecca, they applauded when she served me divorce papers. They were manipulated by their mother for 3 years. They're victims too. I met Marcus and Sarah at a coffee shop, Tom by my side. They both looked miserable. Dad, Sarah started, tears already falling. We're so sorry. Stop, I said firmly. Tell me what happened, all of it. Marcus spoke first. Mom started telling us things when I was 15. She'd say you didn't want to come to my games, that you chose work over us, that you told her we weren't important. I never said that, not once. We know that now, Sarah said. We found her diary. She wrote about Project Derek, her plan to make us hate you so we'd support her in the divorce. She'd cancel plans and blame you. She'd tell us you forgot our birthdays when you actually remembered. She deleted your messages from our phones. She what? Your birthday texts, your good luck messages before games. She had access to our phones and deleted everything. We thought you didn't care. Tom leaned forward. Linda manipulated these kids for years, Connor. She's a master manipulator. Dad, we don't expect you to forgive us, Marcus said, but we need you to know we were wrong. Derek dumped Mom the second the settlement was signed. She's living in a studio apartment working retail. She lost everything. Good, I said coldly. Dad, please. Sarah reached for my hand. I pulled away. You applauded when your mother served me divorce papers at my retirement party, in front of 200 people. You called me a terrible father. You laughed at me. We know, Marcus whispered. We were horrible. Here's what's going to happen, I said. You're both adults now. I'm not obligated to have a relationship with you, but if you want one, you'll earn it. You'll go to family therapy, you'll work to rebuild trust, and you'll understand that I may never fully forgive what you did. We'll do anything, Sarah said. Rebecca arranged therapy sessions. They start next week. You'll attend every single one. You'll be honest. You'll take responsibility. And maybe, eventually, we'll have something resembling a relationship again. Later, at Tom's house, Rebecca joined us to celebrate. The settlement's complete, she said, pouring wine. Linda signed over all rights to your retirement. She's paying back the stolen money. And the restraining order was approved. She can't contact you for 5 years. What about Derek? Tom asked. Dumped her immediately, Rebecca laughed. He's already courting someone else. Linda thought she'd won the lottery. Instead, she lost her husband, her home, her kids' respect, and her dignity. To justice, Tom raised his glass. To fighting back the right way, I added. Rebecca smiled. Connor, you could have been bitter and vengeful. Instead, you documented everything, followed the law, and won completely. That's how it's done. I just wanted the truth to come out, I said. It did. And Linda's facing the consequences of her actions. No forgiveness, no second chances, just accountability. 3 months later, I'm living in my house, enjoying my retirement, and slowly rebuilding with my kids. Linda's working minimum wage and living in a place smaller than my garage. Derek's moved on to his next victim. And I've learned that revenge isn't about getting even. It's about getting justice. The best revenge is living well, while the people who tried to destroy you watch their own lives fall apart. Have you ever been publicly humiliated by someone you trusted? Would you have given your kids a second chance after what they did? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.